Hello guys, it is tour day. I head to Sydney today and I am a little bit nervous just thinking of the workload, particularly today and tomorrow. Mostly today. I do find I struggle more on fly-in day than any other day just because, obviously the flight's taken a lot out of me, like a big chunk out of the day, but I will be fine. I can do this. I've done it 100 times before. It is all good. I need to leave in about an hour. It's currently 7 a.m. So yes, I've had to get up really early for this flight. And I always fly like this with no makeup on. I am well aware that I look gross, but there's no point in wearing makeup to the airport because it all oxidizes and then there's all these little pebbly bits and I have to take it off and reapply it before I can do my bookings anyway. So I've tried it before, it doesn't fucking work. So it's just better to fly like this. Then I'm at least starting with a clean slate when I get to the other end. And I look so oily because I've done like all my skincare, which can sort of set in while I'm on the plane. My tan is looking shocking on both wrists. There isn't anything I can do. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, it's so fucking early for me. I think I got 6 hours of sleep, which is better than expected. I did kind of conk out pretty soon after that booking that I had last night. So yeah, that's really the update. I do have 3 pre-bookings today. 2 are filming, 1 is not. There is like obviously time in between them, but it's not like I can really dawdle, and I really hope my flight doesn't get delayed because my first booking is at 4 and currently I land at 1. So if I get delayed too much further with the travel time from the airport to my hotel as well, I really hope if I have a delayed or a cancelled flight, a day that I don't have a booking right when I land, and I think the only day that is Townsville, I'm pretty sure. We will see. We can only do what we can do, and at the end of the day with these tours, if the client that's booked in can't do later, then I can just give them a refund. It's not the end of the world. That's the update. So if I seem a little bit out of sorts, I am a bit stressed and I'm not sure why, because I'm ready and I'm organized, but I guess again it's probably the change in routine that's setting me off. So anyway, I have a little bit of time so I can get back to all the OnlyFans messages. I am hoping that they are light on the messages while I'm away because I've asked them to. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Guys, a vlog update. We have landed in Sydney. Thank God nothing was delayed. Actually, I think we landed like 10 minutes early. Anyway, I have been blessed with an absolute treat from this accommodation. When I said extra towels, they said, we are giving you extra towels. There's also 2 in the bathroom. Those are the extras. I love it. I love it. There's nothing I hate more than having to go down every fucking day and ask for more towels, because I know that they know what that means. But I'm gonna guess with this amount that they've given for one person staying, they probably know what I'm doing in this hotel. I don't cause any trouble, and I do stay with this chain frequently, semi-frequently. So yeah, anyway, pretty much I've got 2 hours until my first booking. I did have a sandwich on the plane, so I've eaten something at least. And I know I'm pretty close to a lot of food places, so if I get hungry, I can duck out and grab something. Pretty much now, obviously, given the state of me, I'm gonna need to have a shower, makeup. My hair is mostly done. It does need to be fixed. But yeah, pretty much get ready for the bookings. I've confirmed with them all that I've arrived, and I've set up my little side thing. Normally I would have more than 2 out at a time, but because this little fucking side thing is like so tiny, and I have tiny hands, it's like a little miniature bedside table, that's what's gonna fit on here. So 2 of each size, and there's more in the drawer if I have to get them out. So yeah, time to I guess unpack and get ready and get cracking, because we have 3 different clients today. Guys, just a little update. I've got 45 minutes until my first booking. It is an hour and a half, and it's also with 2 extras. I'll talk about them after the booking. I'll update you on that one. The lighting in here is fucking shocking, and I look really spooky. I promise I don't look this bad in person. It's just like everything is sort of like shadowing on my face because of this light cast situation. It is what it is. I'm gonna start cranking the aircon and getting the place cooled down for this booking. I haven't met this client before. He did pre-book well in advance though, and normally my experiences are positive with men who pre-book. I really don't have issues with them very often at all. so I think it'll be fine. He said his English isn't great, but they often say that and then there's nothing wrong with their English, they just have an accent, which is different to their English being bad. But I'm gonna guess it's like people have said that to them before, and so they kind of hold on to that and they're like just trying to let you know. But most of the time it's just an accent, which doesn't impact someone's ability to speak English. You just have to pay more attention to what they're saying. But yeah, it should be good. And it's a lot of money for an hour and a half with all the extras on it. So yeah, I hope he's nice. He seems lovely. He seems real cool. So we're gonna see. None of my clients today are past clients. I wish I did have one that I'd seen before. That would make me really happy. I like seeing repeat clients, but today's all newbies, and that's okay. Sometimes we can't just see our regulars all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna get the aircon cracking. I'm gonna put my little heels on and be ready for this booking. Guys, I'm here about to fix up my makeup after my booking. He was really sweet. I actually did not know before going into the booking, but he was a virgin, and I do prefer the virgins let me know ahead of time, just because it's a different sort of headspace and it's a little bit more of like a patient headspace you need to be in. I don't know if that makes sense. I probably sound a little bit cuckoo saying that on here, but it's a little bit different going into those bookings as opposed to a normal booking. Anyway, he booked an hour and a half anyway, so it was fine. Like, you like with that amount of time, that's plenty of time to give them a second to talk and stuff like that. So I didn't feel rushed. He'd never kissed a girl, never anything. So first everything, first boobies, first the whole lot. He was really sweet. He's not from Australia. I won't say where from because I don't want to give away anything that might identify someone, but he's not from Australia. He's from a country where what I do for work isn't legal. But he's here at the moment. So yeah, he was really lovely. And yeah, I was assuming, because it's a filming booking, right? I was assuming it was like somebody like very confident, because filming is a lot of pressure to put on yourself, right? But no, he just wanted to film his first time. But yeah, he was really sweet, and he gave me $100 tip as well, which was really sweet. He didn't need to do that. Like, as he's leaving, he was like, "Thank you so much," and like gave me $100, and I was like, bro, come and see me anytime if you're gonna give me tips. I love people that tip. I love people who don't tip too, don't get me wrong. I just like them to behave. So I've got the money here. I'm just about to put my lip gloss on. For an hour and a half. And a deposit, and a $200 deposit. Guys, that is, with a tip, 2,550 Australian dollars in an hour and a half. It's because he got every single extra. So he did the hour and a half, which is 1,350. Then bareback blowjob, which is 300. Then filming, which is 800. Okay. And then a $100 tip. I think this might be the most money I've ever made in the shortest amount of time, like in an hour and a half. Insane. And he was no fucking, like, no hassle at all. He was lovely. And as per usual, guys, it's like you guys assume when you're a virgin and you see a worker that you're gonna pop really fast. Not when you're a mature age virgin. That is not what happens. I'm just letting you know. But he got there in the end. And yeah, he's a good egg. He's a good egg. Didn't really know what to do. I forced him at the end. There was like 10 minutes left. And I was like, I'm gonna force you to give me a cuddle. And he was like, a what? I was like, a cuddle. And he was like, this is uncomfortable. And I was like, well, you have to stay like that for 10 seconds. He just didn't know. He didn't know what to say or do. He's like one of those guys. It's like, anyway, I have touched up my face and I look pretty again. I've spotted that there is an IGA right near me, so I'm gonna go across and get a few things so that I have some food in the apartment, frozen meals, anything I can find, so that I don't have to live on takeaway the entire 3 days I'm in Sydney. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and that's the update. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and deposit this between my bookings tomorrow, because I don't know where the ATM is. So unfortunately, everything I make today is gonna stack up. Nobody asked, but let's do a haul of what I bought to eat while I'm in Sydney. because I think I've got 3 hours until my next booking, in which time I need to eat. And I saw that IGA and I'm like, it's gonna save me money on this trip. It's also, I mean, the things I picked aren't really healthy, but it's got to be better than fast food every day. And I can save the fast food for another part of the trip where it's not so easy to get food. Anyway, 4-pack of these. If you don't know, I have an energy drink every day. So one of these will come with me to my next stop as well. Frozen pizzas, this is like $6. They're mini ones, and it is defrosting. It's cheese and garlic, so these are definitely going to have to be a like end of the night after I finish with the clients, because garlic makes your breath stink. So there's that. 2 little cheese and crackers just as a snack, you know, when you're feeling a bit peckish. We've got that. We have a protein shake. It's an iced coffee one. Haven't tried this, but we'll see how that goes. This is a red curry noodles. Never tried this flavor. If this doesn't get eaten in this trip, this can actually come with me to any of my other destinations too, obviously, because it doesn't need to be cold. So that was just an easy pickup. This, my Muscle Chef, the ravioli. I do actually order these. Have them delivered to my house, I don't know, like once a month or something. And this is my favorite one. And I do actually know these are healthy, so I made one smart decision. And I'm going to assume this is also quite healthy. This is like a mushroom risotto. These are kind of pricey. I think each of these was about $13 each, but at least I'm eating something decent. These, not so much. That's a treat. I'll probably have one of those tonight. But yeah, so I've got some basics. At least I'm not going to go hungry while I am on tour. I do find it really hard having the time, like especially when there's only an hour between bookings, or even 2 hours. It's not a lot of time to go and like go to a restaurant or even duck out and get stuff like this, you know, because it's kind of like go, go, go. I prefer to just have it here. It saves me so much stress. Anyway, that's all that I bought. I think it was all $50 or like $49.50 or something. It was pretty much $50. And this should feed me for tonight and then the next 2 days that I'm here. Guys, a little update. So since I last saw you, I did have a nap. I got a whole hour nap, which is so good. I feel so much better now. I was really worried because my last booking finishes at like 1:30 in the morning, and I was kind of like, fuck, how am I gonna stay awake and give 100% for that when I had to be up at 6 o'clock for my flight? But I got that nap in and now I feel really good. My next booking is here in an hour. He pre-booked, he's been booked in for ages, and it is with an extra bareback blowjob as well. That's kind of the norm in Sydney. It's very much the norm here, and it's been that way since I started in the industry. Even before I was offering it, they all ask for it. It's great for me now because it's added on to a lot of my bookings, which really does add up at the end of the day. This client has a note on his booking. When he inquired, he asked for permission because it wasn't specified on my services list that it would be okay if he licks my armpits. There's probably people watching this that are like, that's so gross. Honestly, it really does not bother me. Anything that doesn't involve hurting me, normally I'm pretty open to. And I mean, if armpits tickle your fancy, go ahead. I love that he actually checked with me before he booked it in and like let me know ahead of time. I've had, I want to say maybe like 4 clients in my career, maybe 5, that have been specifically into that. And they've never pre-mentioned it, which didn't really bother me, but it's just nice that he's been like, hey, like, is that okay with you? Like, do you have an issue with this? Because it's very consensual. And I really do appreciate that when it comes to anything a little bit out of the ordinary. But hey, if it's not fucking hurting me and I'm making that much money for the hour, I don't care. Go to fucking town, bro. Go to town. I have just had a shower, which I've come out of now, so they should be nice and fresh for him. But yeah, pretty much I am just sort of lounging around for a bit. I got really cold because I fell asleep with the aircon on, so I'm just warming up a little bit. Guys, little update. I just finished up that booking. He was so lovely. He came with flowers and food and everything, which I am going to show you guys. I'm going to have the food in the vlog with you guys in a little bit, but ended up being an hour and a half. I'd typed it wrong, so it was meant to be an hour and a half with BBBJ. I'd written it down as an hour. Sometimes my brain does that, but it's worked out fine. I've got 45 minutes until my next booking, so I've got to kind of keep moving. Not a whole lot of time, enough time to get ready, but not a whole lot of spare time. So essentially I'm going to go and do that, and then when I finish that booking, I will show you guys what he bought for me, like the little gifts, the chocolates and the food, and eat it with you guys and show you the flowers. But yes, we love. Guys, little vlog update, and yes, I couldn't help myself. I needed to eat. I just saw my last client, who was lovely. It was an hour booking with filming. I don't have any cash to show you for that one because it was Beamer and Osco, so part and part. And obviously the deposit was paid in advance. He was really lovely. He was about 15 minutes late to his booking. No big deal. He did let me know. But we were sorting out the payment for a little bit at the start. There was some issues just with his bank. We did get it all sorted, but I think we wasted about 15 minutes. And I did kind of feel bad about starting the timer then, because I could see him trying, and it wasn't actually his fault that the bank was like, a bank and Beamer were not working, and I didn't have any client after him. So yeah, we did run overtime a little bit. It's currently like, I think it's 2 a.m. or something. I think it's like 2:15 a.m. and I've had a shower now and washed my hair. I'm not washed my hair, washed my face. This, me yapping, is a meal that the client, not this one that just left, but the one before that, made for me, which is so lovely. If you didn't know, I cannot cook for shit. So everything I live on is like frozen meals, fast food, stuff that can go in the oven or the air fryer. That's it. This is like pizza that he's made. There is actually other food, which I will show you guys maybe as I eat it, because I don't need to eat it all right now. But there's like hummus, there's like, what do you call them, like roti? The little breads, the yummy breads. And there is flowers and chocolate. I'll throw glass out. I look so hot when I eat sunflowers. 2 things of chocolate. It's really good. I already had a row. But yes, so for that booking, really shouldn't talk and eat, should I? It's really gross. Unfortunately, I do talk and eat. So for that booking that I just finished, I made 900 plus the 800 for filming. So altogether today, I have made 6,000 Australian dollars, which is insane. My tours always pop off, like most of the time they pop off. This is why I tour, because the money is really, really good when I do. The thing that sucks is, like, obviously I'm only here 3 days and I'm getting so many inquiries that I can't see anymore. I've had 2 serious inquiries for today that I couldn't see, and I've had an inquiry for a 10-hour booking tomorrow, but it's already filled with 2 other clients, one of which is a very large booking. So yeah, there is money to be made on tour. There is so much money. It's just mental. And yeah, I wish there was 2 of me because there was more money to be made. But yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna wind down. I'm gonna enjoy my pizza, which is delicious, by the way. I didn't say it already. Oh, this is just what I needed. This may be a really weird thing to say in the vlog, but I'm gonna say it. If you're ever on the fence about like, oh, what do I, like, I want to take something to Lil, like I want to get her a little gift, bring me food. Like this kind of like homemade food, because I can't make it for myself. It's such a treat. This is so nice. It's just like a luxury to have like a homemade meal that I can't do myself. I should probably learn, shouldn't I? Oh, it's a treat. It's really good too. Really good. Yum. I did eat the pizza, but I'm still a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna have just a little bit of this. So this is something else that he bought. It's like a little homemade like hummus thing, which looks real fancy. And then there's these breads that I didn't know how to pronounce. Sorry, I'm struggling to get while I hold the camera. These breads. Right, I think I'm meant to heat these up, but I am gonna just have a little bit of it like this, because, like, you know, gotta try everything. Anyway, I'm gonna scoop some of this out. I'm gonna guess this is very high in calories, but I've earned it today. Fuck, that's good. That's really good. This man can cook. This is delicious. Look at this. Oh, guys, the way to my heart is vegetarian food. Anyway, I'm gonna stop filming myself and actually enjoy this without the camera rolling. To the gentleman who bought these for me, who made them, thank you so much. Good morning, guys. I am so tired. It's currently about 9:10 and I've got up and had a coffee. That's it so far. So we are day 2 on tour in Sydney, but the 3rd day in a row that I am working so far this week. I just feel exhausted because I don't think I got enough sleep for my body last night. I think I went to sleep at 3 a.m. and I'm up at 9, so I just don't think 6 hours is enough. I know I'll be fine, and I know that's a first world problem, but I know I'm gonna be tired today. So I would really love to get like a full 8 hours sleep tonight, just to keep up the stamina. I don't know how to explain it, but like, as much as I love my job, if I do not get enough sleep doing this type of work, I can often be like a bit moody, and I hate that, but it is the truth. I'm very sensitive when it comes to my sleep, especially if it's a few nights in a row of no sleep or not full sleep. Anyway, yapping too much. Pretty much need to start getting ready. My first booking is at 12. It's currently at 9:15 or something like that, so I've got enough time to get ready. I'm just tired. Very tired. And then after that first booking this morning, I need to try to find an ATM to make a big deposit. Yeah, I should have enough time. I'm sure there's probably one within a half an hour walk of where I am, I'm sure. And that it helps that third booking last night paid his payment via Beeman Osco, because I don't have cash for that to deposit. So anyway, time to get moving. Oh, hello guys, a little vlog update. Hair and makeup is done. It is midday, so when they're daytime bookings, I will usually wear this or another floral dress, because it looks really weird when you're going down to the lobby and you're wearing like nighttime escort heels, little black dress. I think it looks really suspicious, so I do often wear this. That's why I'm wearing this today. I've got an hour and a half. I am just counting the money because I would like to go and deposit it, but I counted through it and I was like, something doesn't seem right. This is way less than what I made yesterday, but I was having a total brain fart because I completely forgot about the actual deposits, and also the fact the last booking was completely transferred, both the hour and the filming extra. So this is correct. So I need to go and deposit this. I'm looking at it, I'm like, how, like 3.6, I'm like, but I made 6 yesterday. No, the rest of it's already in my bank account, so that is fine. I'm gonna go and do that. Hopefully there is a bank nearby. I can see that there is an Australia Post very close to me, but I can only deposit 3,000 there from what I understand. So I'm gonna see if there is a bank closer. If not, I will put 3,000 of this in at the Australia Post. Absolutely perfect. There is a Commonwealth Bank 2 streets away, so it looks like it's like a 7-minute walk. So that's what I'm gonna go and do now. Guys, I am back from the bank editing Lil. Please include the clip of you at the bank, because I forgot to take this phone. I had to film it on my other phone, which was a bit annoying, but it is what it is. I think I've got 50 minutes or 45 minutes until my booking now. I did get a little bit lost finding the ATM. I guess that's kind of the thing, like, when you're in a city you don't know, everything takes longer because you just don't know where anything is, and it was like inside of sort of a shopping center. Anyway, problem sorted, money is in the account. On my way back, I had a guy stop me. Like, I was crossing the lights, he was on the other side of the lights, and he waited and he didn't cross, and I thought it was weird because everyone else was walking and he wasn't, and like I'm going that direction, and he just wanted to talk to me. He asked if I wanted to go on a date and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't live in Sydney. Yeah. Good God. He said he liked my tattoos. That was his thing. Obviously likes alternative chicks. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping to the camera. I'm gonna get everything organized so that I'm ready for this hour booking. I think it's just an hour. I'll check my calendar. I don't think there's any extras on this one, but we will see when he gets here. Sometimes they add them on when they arrive. So yeah, new client, wish me luck. Seems lovely. Don't think we're gonna have any issues. So I realize it's probably really not a good idea to be recording when I go and deposit money, because people will probably be able to work out a pattern to it and work out when the best time is to rob me or something like that. So I guess I'm gonna leave that out of the rest of the vlogs. I'll leave that one in, that little clip and the mention of it. But yeah, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that is really not smart. That is really not smart. So there we go, that will be left out of the vlogs from now on, because I'm looking a little bit messy. I have had a shower, but I haven't fixed up anything else yet. I've done my hour. He was really lovely. He found me through TikTok, and yeah, we were just having a bit of a chat. Pretty easygoing booking. And now, what's the time? It's 1 o'clock. My next booking is at 4. So because I've got a chunk of time, what I'm going to do is give myself an hour of leisure time. So I'm just going to watch YouTube for an hour and do absolutely nothing work related. I'm also eating, got it sitting like this, eating some of the food that the client made for me, which is delicious, by the way. So I'm just going to sit here, eat that, and just relax. An hour of just me time to recharge before the 6-hour booking. And then, yeah, once I've done that, I'll start getting ready and fixing up my makeup and stuff. I mean, it's mostly still on. We're just missing a bit around the mouth, but not as bad as when I do BBBJ. I'm having such a good tour, actually. I've had such nice clients, and I know my next one's nice too because I've seen him many times before. So yeah, we are vibing Sydney. All right, guys, little vlog update. It's about 50 minutes until my next booking, which is a 6-hour booking. It's a client I've seen before. I also got back my edited photos from my photo shoot that was last week. That's really cool. I sent them through to the client that I'm going to be seeing now. I sent him the pictures and I'm gonna post them on probably OnlyFans before I post them publicly. I'm not really sure when I'll end up releasing them, but I do feel like I could put them on OnlyFans maybe a week before they go public. I'm thinking that could be kind of a vibe. I'm not really sure at this point, but I'm gonna work that out. That's pretty much what I've been doing, and then refreshed this and the hair and change the bedding. That's really about it. I am pretty much going to rehydrate, have some water, and yeah, wait for this booking to get here. I'm pretty much ready. So yeah. So guys, it's a little later than I was expecting to check in with you because my client extended an hour. If I'm talking a little funny, I've injured my jaw. I think I was just going a little bit too so it is really tense. I think it'll be fine tomorrow. I think I just probably need to not yap too much, but I do want to update the vlog. So we have this, and those are bundles there. The white is just the little receipts on it. So this was the original booking, which was 6 hours with BBBJ. And then he extended 1 hour, which he beamed to me through the Beam It app. So I don't have that cash to show you. So what does that make my total for today? So 5.6 from that client, and then $900 earlier. So 6.5K today and 6K yesterday. Wild, wild. Good God, that is a lot of money in 2 days. That's an insane amount of money in 2 days. Anyway, obviously this will need to be deposited tomorrow. My client brought me a few little gifts I'm going to show you guys, and then I'm going to make myself some dinner because I haven't eaten since whenever I checked in on the vlog, so I think like 1 or 2 o'clock. Anyway, he brought me a little card, which I'm not going to read to you guys because it's kind of personal, but there is a sweet little card. Then we have this, which is going to look really random because I took it out of the packaging. It's like a wrist strap for your phone that's Hello Kitty, but I'm obsessed with this one, like use it all the time on, this is my personal phone. So I'm gonna see if I can attach it to this. If not, I'm gonna swap it on my other. We have a 1 rose. There's something about the like 1 single rose I find really cute. So this can go in with the sunflowers. Super, super pretty. Look at that. Then we also have a little thing of bath bombs, like this from Dusk. Sorry, it's upside down. Like this. He got this because he said he was hoping that somewhere I was going on tour had a bath, because he knows my my place at home doesn't have one. But I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure I have a bath in Newcastle, but I'm not sure where else. Anyway, somewhere of all these tours, I'm on tour all month, somewhere will have baths, and there's 3 bath bombs inside of here. This big one we have here. Sorry, it's so hard to hold this and show this. It is a massive candle, a Pokemon candle. I'll open it up for you guys. Okay, so excuse my head being cut off. I hope you guys love my tracksuit. It's one of my favorite things. Thank you very much to the gentleman who purchased me the tracksuit. I wear it all the time. It looks like this. So it's a really cute jar, which obviously can be reused after the candle is burnt. It smells really strong too, by the way. You can smell it the second you open the tub and the second you pull this. So strong. And look at this. Crystals and glitter. Oh, it smells really, really good. I love candles. That's another thing. If you guys see providers and you want to bring a gift, like you never have to, but you want to bring a gift and you have no idea, you probably can't go wrong with candles. Like 95% of girls love candles and will use candles. Candles are always a safe bet. I love all candles, no matter what the scent is, but this is really good. It's like a vanilla-y kind of caramel vanilla. So it's definitely desserty, but there's just this little tiny hint of floral, which I don't know if I'm just picking up something incorrectly. It says it's 70 hours of burn time from this, which is crazy. Anyway, I am going to make myself something to eat because I'm literally so fucking hungry and my jaw is hurting from yapping to you guys. So yeah, I've had a great day. I'm just a little bit tired, but not the end of the world, and I have a sore jaw, which will be fine tomorrow. So I am going to organize some food. I've had a couple of serious inquiries come through. One is for tomorrow, which I really hope comes through because he has asked for a pegging booking, which is one of my favorite things to do actually. I really enjoy those bookings. I might yap a bit more about that tomorrow because my jaw is sore, but I really hope he actually goes ahead and pays that deposit because those are bookings that I do really enjoy. Anyway, I think I'll probably leave it at this tonight. Good morning, guys. I just had one of the most intense deep sleeps ever. Like, I feel like I went to another planet. I don't know how to explain that. I think I was just that exhausted and like that in need of a full night's sleep that it was like a magical sleep. Anyway, my alarm was set for 11. I think it's currently 10:30, so I've woken up before my alarm and I have my morning coffee. I've woken up to a heap of inquiries. Most of them are for other parts of the tour, not for today. I did have a deposit come through for Adelaide, so that's really great. But yeah, my first booking today is at 2 and he's been pre-booked in there for ages. So I'm looking forward to that, and I've got plenty of time to like get ready and even go and I know I said I wasn't mentioning the deposits anymore, but I will stop after this. I can go and deposit that money before this booking because there's so much of it from yesterday. But yeah, I am hoping that I could make, like, my ultimate goal would be $5,000 today. As it sits right now, with a deposit paid, my only pre-booking is that 2 hour with BBBJ, so 2.1k. So I'd need to make another 2.9 today to hit that goal. So that might be unrealistic, but I'm still gonna gun for it. I'm gonna try. I do have a booking up in the air, still no deposit paid, but looks serious for a 2 hour, which would massively help us towards that goal. So yeah, I think I can do it. It just depends if the universe wants to send me that many bookings. And yeah, that's pretty much the update. I'm gonna start getting ready for the day and just enjoying my coffee and get moving. Hello guys, little vlog update. That noise in the background is the washing machine. Currently washing a towel because I'm gonna need one more today at least, and I'd rather not have to go down. And yes, you saw how big that stack was. I'd rather not have to go down to reception and ask for it. So anyway, I'm washing it. I have an hour and 10 minutes until my first booking. I've just got back and I'm gonna eat something. I know it's very early in the day, like I just woke up to be eating an entire meal, but I haven't had anything for breakfast, and I'm going to be in a 2 hour booking and then have an hour in between and then another 2 hour booking. So I won't get a chance to eat again until 7:30. So I'm going to eat this now, even though I'm not really hungry, just so that there is no issues later on. I have had a deposit come through for the pegging booking, which is great. So I've got 2 hours, as far as I know, just a GFE style booking, and then 2 hours with like pegging and some extras and things like that, which is really fun. And yeah, I'm just gonna get cracking with the day. I will briefly update you guys after each client. All right guys, half an hour until my client's here. I forgot to mention too, because I had a cancellation for later today, like after this booking I'm doing now, technically that $200 deposit that I got to keep from booking, that applies to the money that I make today. Guys, quick little vlog update. I'm sorry if I sound a bit weird. I've got a lozenge in. So I just did the 2 hour booking. In the last, I want to say 20 minutes, my nose started to be like, I think it was the aircon. The aircon in that bedroom was really bad. It was spitting water out of it earlier and I didn't really think much of it, but I have a feeling that the dust and whatever is going on with it has got into my nose, like, and I was like down. I was in the direct line of the aircon while I was, you know, on the client. Anyway, client was really lovely. I've got the money here. So in this, I have $1,300 in cash, and he paid a $500 deposit. So he overpaid on his deposit for this booking. So that means I'm at $1,800 from him, and the $200 deposit for the next booking that actually cancelled. Originally I was meant to have an hour and a half after him. Because that one cancelled, they forfeit their deposit, so I'm at $2,000 for the day. And now I have this pegging booking in about half an hour, which is $2,100 because it's 2 hours plus BBBJ. So yeah, that will put me at 4.1 for the day, and I'll just need 1 more hour in call to hit my goal of 5,000. My only concern is that right now my nose is still really stuffy, and you can definitely hear it in my voice. I've taken 2 of the Telfast that I have in my little survival medicine kit, and I'm also just trying this. My throat doesn't hurt at all, but I'm hoping maybe it would like decongest everything. I'm not really sure, I'm just trying it. So yeah, I'm really hoping this clears up in half an hour. I don't know what the chances are of that. I don't feel sick. Like, honestly, I feel fine. There is no head cold, nothing. It's just this, like, just stuffy. And I feel like it's sounding a bit better, so we might be on the right track. Anyway, I will update you guys how the next booking goes. If I still am not right when this booking gets here, I will offer to refund the deposit because of this flu. I'm keeping my fingers crossed I'm fine. Like, nobody wants to pay that much money for somebody to be sniffly and snotty on them. Like, I literally got some snot on that last client. I was fine when he got here. It was just the last 20 minutes it started up. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping, finish this lozenge thing, have some water, put this money away, and hopefully pray to the hooker gods that I'm well enough to do this booking. Please, gods of the hookers, please just make this go away at least until the end of the booking. I'm okay with leaving on 4.1 today if you want to make me sick after that, but please don't make me have to cancel on this guy. Thank you. It's been 10 minutes since the last clip, and my breathing is actually improving. Still, you can hear it a little in my voice, but like, better. I think it's gonna be okay. Because if that's been 10 minutes to improve to here, another 10 minutes I should be pretty much to the point he can't tell I'm sick, which would be great. Right guys, a little update and a very unexpected one. Currently 5:45. And yes, my booking was meant to start at 5. That client paid the deposit today, as you know, I've tracked everything with the vlog. It hasn't replied to any messages since. Like, I sent a message at 10 to 5 saying, hey, let me know when you're here. I'll come down to the lobby, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. For 15 minutes after the time, I really don't think anything of it. Like, I think they're just trying to find a park or whatever. And it's not like I get angry when people are 15 minutes late, no issue at all. 15 minutes comes and I'm like, I'm looking at where the deposit was paid, which, you know, it's in Sydney, but I'm thinking, yeah, like maybe there's traffic. Surely by past it'll be here, right? Like, there must just be traffic or a delay, like an accident. No big deal, because I don't have a booking after it that it's going to run into, no issues. I send a text and I'm like, hey, look, it's past. I'm guessing something's happened or like something else has come up. Like, I don't really know what the fuck's going on. You think you'd at least like message me and be like, hey, I'm not coming anymore. 5:45. There is no client here. My available now is now on again. So yeah, like, I do understand things happen. I understand traffic happens. I understand these are real human beings and sometimes life just gets in the way of things. But I just wish they had the decency to text and be like, hey, look, like, I'm not coming anymore. This has happened. Or not even explaining why, but saying they're not coming anymore, because then I could have had the available now on for an extra 45 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes now, seeing if somebody else wanted to book me. It's very frustrating. Anyway, unfortunately, we are on 2.2 for the day because I still have his deposit. So 2.2 of 5K, it is now very much looking like we may not hit the 5K, unfortunately. All I can do is just sit with the available now and see what happens. But that's the update. I think I'm gonna make some food now because I can. And yeah, I'm honestly a little bit disappointed, but it is what it is. Guys, okay. So, last update was client didn't show up for his pegging booking, which I'm really annoyed because when he went to send the deposit originally, he was like, so it's a $400 deposit because I'm on tour and deposits are $200 per hour. But that's really for pre-bookings, right? And it's for the same day. So I said, oh no, 200 is fine because like it's the same day. So I'm expecting they're actually going to show up. No. Anyway, nothing I can do about that. That's lost money. But I've had my available now on for an hour, and I've had a deposit paid for a 2-hour light femdom booking. Maybe I'll explain what I mean by that in another sort of booking, but just sort of being dominant over someone. Nothing super extreme. I am not qualified as a pro dom. Mostly for them, it's a bit of like, maybe a bit of cock and ball torture, maybe some light slapping, like nothing extreme, nothing that's going to bruise them, but like being mean to them and smacking them a bit. Some light choking, again, nothing extreme. I don't do anything where I think I'm actually really hurting them. A little bit of biting, but again, not drawing blood. So yeah, that kind of thing. I've got like a little whip. Being mean, just saying mean stuff. A lot of them, the language and the speech that goes into those settings is like what they're really into. So I've got that for 2 hours with BBBJ. And the deposit is paid for that. He's paid $400. Gosh, guys, today's a nightmare. What is happening? I had such good 2 days and I'm getting really stressed. I'm starting to upset myself. Okay, so updated you guys. I had an inquiry for 2 hours, late femdom, paid a deposit, $400 deposit. He was messaging a lot, like while he was getting ready, which is not the end of the world. Normally I don't really tolerate that, but not the end of the world. And then he messaged and he's like, there is the hotel I'm staying at with, you know, the hotel and location in Melbourne. And I'm like, I'm not in Melbourne. I'm not in Melbourne. I'm in Sydney. I'm not in Melbourne until tomorrow. And my ad says that. I'm in Melbourne 3 days after today, but not right now. And he was like, oh, fuck. I've booked and I'm in Melbourne. And I'm like, well, I'm in Sydney. And it's like, oh, what do we do? And then he's like, oh, well, can I see you tomorrow? And I'm like, I am fully booked tomorrow in Melbourne. And then, yeah, we have made something work for the last day of my trip. I'm going to see him then. Really shit on my end when stuff like this happens. And I'm not trying to whinge and I'm not trying to be a brat. And this isn't really his fault. Yes, he should have read the ad. He absolutely should have read the fucking ad. But I understand it's an honest mistake and people make mistakes. But what's happened now is I've got his $400 deposit, which is now transferred as the deposit for his other booking, okay? So I haven't made any money yet. That's just applied to another day. But when he paid his deposit, I had somebody inquire for an hour in Sydney that I said no to because I was already booked, right, by him. So I've now lost an hour booking because he didn't read the ad. And I've since reached out to that guy that wanted the 1 hour and he hasn't replied. So it just really sucks. It really sucks when stuff like this happens. I know it's part of running a business. I'm not saying that no other business ever has these kind of issues, but it's really hard because technically that deposit he sent should be applied to now, and I should at least have that because I've missed out on a $900 booking because of him. But I can't do that because it's going to upset the client and they're never going to see me again, right? So I've transferred his booking to another day, which I think is fair, okay? But now I've lost $900 and I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not the one who read the ad wrong. So it's kind of like, ugh. And I just don't understand why it's all happening today, guys. Like, originally the first cancellation was for today, but he let me know before I even got to Sydney, so that's fine. We're not mad at him at all. We had old mate with his 2-hour pegging booking who just didn't even message to say I can't come anymore, nothing. And now we've just wasted more time starting to get ready and organizing a booking for somebody who's not even in Sydney because they didn't read the ad. And then that has led me to miss out on a 1 hour in Sydney. I know these are first world problems, guys, but this is just the reality of this fucking job. And I just wish the clients understood this side of it. If they just read the ad, if they just paid attention, to what the ad says, coming soon, on tour, has the dates. If they're not sure, why don't they message in their inquiry, say, hey, I'm just confirming you're in Melbourne, just confirming you're in Sydney, just confirming you're in Brisbane. Like, I have an inquiry right now for someone wanting me in Brisbane. I'm like, I'm not in Brisbane. But they said, I'm here on holidays in Brisbane. So I knew that they were trying to book for Brisbane and not for Sydney. But yes. And so now, on top of all that, this client that's meant to be seeing me right now is messaging being like, hey, like, now I'm really worked up. Like, I was really excited to see you tonight, and now I can't. What can you do about it, kind of thing? And it's like, bro, I've done everything I can. I've deposit transferred for you. I've lost $900 because of your mistake. And now you kind of want me to, like, video call with you. And I'm like, that's not how this works. I'm not doing anything else. I feel like I've done everything I should have to do to try to help you when it's not my mistake. I'm just really over today, and I'm not going to hit goal. And I know that's like such a first world fucking issue. She's not making them. But I get so mad with myself and disappointed with myself when I don't hit goals. And I push, like, I try so hard to hit them. And I know it's out of my control. I know that there's nothing I could have done to, like, prevent all of this happening, but it just really sucks. It really fucking sucks, because now all I've done today is 2 hours and sat on my fat fucking ass and done nothing. So anyway, that's my rant. I guess I'm gonna keep seeing if anything else comes up. Definitely won't be hitting goal, that's for sure. Guys, update. It's currently 9:40 p.m. A slightly more positive update for you. I've had so many inquiries, so many people fucking around. I've had a handful of guys contacting for other states. I'm guessing because they're on the piss. It's a Saturday night, not paying attention to ads. I've had a few inquire for Sydney that didn't want to give me, they want me to do an out call, don't want to give me the address. A few want me to come to hotels that are close by, but they don't want to pay a deposit. I'm like, I am not leaving my hotel without a deposit. There is no fucking way. Like, there is no way. You could not convince me. They, like, send photos of, like, stacks of cash. I'm like, nope. If you had that much money, you'd pay a fucking deposit. You would not be stressing about someone scamming you for a fucking deposit. It's wild to me because I think I'm, like, the most verifiable, like, in Sydney right now. Like, literally, click on YouTube, click on TikTok, click on anything. There's me talking about sucking dick for coin. Like, what? It's my job. I'm not gonna steal your deposit. Anyway, I've had a client that I've seen before message, and he was like, hey, like, you know, I've managed to actually get away from whatever it was he was doing. I won't share that. I managed to get away. I can see you at 12:30. And I was like, okay, I can do 12:30 to 1:30. That's fine. But I can't do any later because that's the absolute minimum sleep I can get for tomorrow. Anyway, he just messaged me then. He's like, actually, I can try for between 11 and 11:30. And I was like, that would be so much appreciated. That extra bit of sleep will help so much tomorrow. So I have that, which is in, I don't know, like an hour 15 to an hour and a half. I've seen this client before, so this isn't going to be a hard booking at all. He's nice. He's pretty easygoing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I can also whinge to him for 5 minutes about everyone else having cancelled on me, and he will listen. So fuck me dead. Anyway, we definitely will not hit 5k today, unfortunately, guys. But with this booking and this client coming to help me out on my mission, we will make over $15,000 for the trip, which is still an insane amount of money for 3 days, don't get me wrong. But the first 2 days were so strong, and I was like, yeah, we can hit 5k today. And we would have if that fucking pegging booking didn't cancel. And I really wanted to do it. If you watch this video, I really wanted to do a booking. I was so excited, and you just crushed my little soul. Oh. I doubt he watches my content, but I mean, maybe one day this will pop up on YouTube and he'll be like, damn, I really should have gone to that booking. Anyway, we may not have achieved the big goal, but we've still going to have made $15,000 in 3 days. And I think I should be very proud of that. I think that's the most money I've made in a short amount of time on tour in one location. Okay guys, little update. I did the hour booking. Essentially the client was having a few complications, and so he extended a little bit of time, and also wanted to add BBBJ in the hopes it would get to where he was trying to go. So I did get an extra $500 that he's beamed through after paying for the booking, just to cover that extension time, which wasn't a heap, and the BBBJ. So yeah, booking itself went perfectly fine. If my energy seems off, that's not what the issue is. As the client was in the shower, good God, that hoon outside. I was checking my Instagram and I saw that, I don't think I should name them in this video just in case, but a certain somebody who I'd previously had issues with a client has been charged for rape and kidnapping, by the looks of it. And I think it just brought up a lot of things like to the front of my mind, and it was very unexpected because at the time that everything happened, about a year and a half ago, nobody was taking us seriously about this guy and what had happened and what he was doing. And now finally he's facing the consequences of his actions. And I know that, you know, YouTube isn't the place for like my political ramblings about like the police and stuff. And I know that police aren't all bad, and I understand like one police officer doesn't have the power to change the whole thing. Like I so get that. But why do they not listen to us about these things? Why don't they listen to us when we report these assaults? We get dismissed and then someone else ends up getting raped and someone gets kidnapped. If you would have just listened to us in the first place, none of that would have happened. But you don't want to listen to us. It's just fucked. The system is really fucked. Something is really, really wrong with the system. Something needs to change. Anyway, I've officially made over $15,000 in 3 days in Sydney. Woo. Woo. But the real win is old mate ending up in jail. Woo. Anyway, I'm obviously going to go and take all this makeup off now. I'd also like to give my body a little bit of a scrub because my tan's starting to come off, and if I give it a scrub today, then it should be fully off by not tomorrow but the next day. And yeah, just rehydrate and wind down because I'm very dehydrated. And yeah, today's been okay. Guys, little update. I did the hour booking. Essentially the client was having a few complications, and so he extended a little bit of time, and also wanted to add BBBJ in the hopes it would get to where he was trying to go. So I did get an extra $500 that he's beamed through after paying for the booking, just to cover that extension time, which wasn't a heap, and the BBBJ. So yeah, the booking itself was like perfectly fine. The booking itself went perfectly fine. If my energy seems off, that's not what the issue is. As the client was in the shower, good God, that hoon outside. I was checking my Instagram and I saw that, I don't think I should name them in this video just in case, but a certain somebody who I'd previously had issues with a client has been charged for rape and kidnapping, by the looks of it. And I think it just brought up a lot of things like to the front of my mind, and it was very unexpected because at the time that everything happened, about a year and a half ago, nobody was taking us seriously about this guy and what had happened and what he was doing. And now finally he's facing the consequences of his actions. And I know that, you know, YouTube isn't the place for like my political ramblings about like the police and stuff. And I know that police aren't all bad, and I understand like one police officer doesn't have the power to change the whole thing. Like I so get that. But why do they not listen to us about these things? Why don't they listen to us when we report these assaults? We get dismissed and then someone else ends up getting raped and someone gets kidnapped. If you would have just listened to us in the first place, none of that would have happened. But you don't want to listen to us. It's just fucked. The system is really fucked. Something is really, really wrong with the system. Something needs to change. Anyway, I've officially made over $15,000 in 3 days in Sydney. Woo. Woo. But the real win is old mate ending up in jail. Woo. Anyway, I'm obviously going to go and take all this makeup off now. I'd also like to give my body a little bit of a scrub because my tan's starting to come off. And if I give it a scrub today, then it should be fully off by not tomorrow, but the next day. And yeah, just rehydrate and wind down because I'm very dehydrated. And yeah, today's been a depressing day. Both my clients are nice. If they're watching this, I don't mean that you guys were depressing. I just mean with all the shit show, as you've seen, just really impacted my mood. Good morning, guys. It is fly out of Sydney day. Oh my gosh, the back of my hair. Oh no, wait, it's not bad. For a second I thought I had, you know when you've got like the big fucking lump at the back of your head and you don't realize? Anyway, I am in like 20 minutes booking an Uber and heading to the airport. Thank you, Sydney, for behaving this time. The first time I came through here, it was a shit show. At least this time, nobody hurt me. I'm so sad leaving my flowers too. Let me do one last clip of them in the video because obviously I can't take these to Melbourne with me. This little guy is starting to fall. Like you can see the petals anyway. So this one here is about to fall off. These ones are just fully opening and blooming. So they look so beautiful right now. Like look at them. Look at this. Oh my gosh. They look so beautiful. And I can't take them on the plane. They're not going to fit in my suitcase, and if I did, they would end up crushed and all the petals would be everywhere anyway. I think what I've decided to do is I'm gonna make each location that I tour a separate vlog. So I think I'm gonna sign this one off here. Thank you, Sydney, and I will instantly start the Melbourne one, so that will be posted shortly.